be fun to share with you how I created this grumpy old man cake topper and also show you how to create a stripy or checked shirt effect whenever you're creating clothes for your cake toppers, and that's coming right up. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back and watching another video of mine. And if you're new here, I'm Amanda and I create loads of videos just like this one, sharing with you my love of cake toppers, baking, cake decorating. So if you're into that kind of thing, think about hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss next week's video. And so to start off, we're going to create the head. And I made this cake topper out of modelling paste, so I put a little bit of skin tone colouring paste in with the modelling paste. And I've moulded it into a teardrop shape, and now I'm just placing where I'm going to put the mouth, moulding a nose, carving out some eye sockets. You've seen me do this a gazillion times, and if you're new and you haven't seen any of my human cake topper tutorials, I'll put a link up above here for a playlist of all different kinds of humans that you can make out of fondant. So now I'm just creating some laughter lines or wrinkles, some under eye bags. Poor guy. And as if that wasn't bad enough, we're going to give him some wrinkles on his forehead as well. So I'm going to place some white fondant or modelling paste. You can make this topper using modelling paste, fondant. You can even use polymer clay, fimo clay, whatever it is you're happy working with. I'm creating lips here by rolling two small pieces, placing them on and shaping them while they're on the cake topper. And now we're going to take some black fondant and place it inside the eyes. Using some white edible paint, we're creating some catch lights. And now I'm creating some eyelids. It's exactly the same way we created the lips. Just two small thin pieces of fondant. Stick those on top, and using some skin tone edible powder, we're just going to dust some powder in amongst those little wrinkles that we've created just to help them stand out. You're going to put them in the laughter lines, along the lips, and then brush a little bit of it along the cheeks as well, just to give them a little bit of colour. Paint a little line on the underside of the eyelids with some black edible paint. Cake for a friend of mine. She's actually Brody's old preschool teacher, and she's lovely, and she always asks me to create any figures. She's great at doing cakes, so she was making a car cake, but she wanted him standing beside the cake, so I couldn't have any of the skewer coming out the bottom. So I'll show you how I created the legs and everything without inserting him into the cake. So roll out a snake of your modelling paste, cut it into two equal parts, and create an indentation with your finger where the knee is going to go. Use a ball tool just to create a little hole in the bottom, and a quilting tool just to give a little stitching effect on the jeans. And you can find links in the description for all the materials and tools that I'm using in the description below. Now I'm using some ocean blue coloured edible dust, and you're just going to start brushing that on and building up the colour until you get it into a realistic denim jean effect. For shoes, the shoes are very basic here. As I say, I was really short for time, so I had to rush to get this little guy put together. So it's just two equal pieces of black fondant or paste, and I'm just creating a sole along the bottom using my knife tool. And now I'm inserting the skewer into the leg and sticking the little shoe on the bottom. Normally I would have the skewer poking out at the bottom so I can insert it onto the cake. But as I say, he's just going to be standing beside the cake, so we don't need to do that. I'm flattening out the front part of his jeans just so that I can create a zipper effect here. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you say hi in the comments down below. I love getting to know you all, and I love creating these videos. So it's so nice being able to put a face to the name. So make sure you pop a wee comment down below, tell me your name and say hi. That's definitely the best part about making these videos, is getting to know you all, and to think that you're watching my video and that it's maybe helping you, or better still, that you're recreating my cake topper. It's like, what? It's the best feeling in the world. Anyway, I'm rambling as usual. I've created a torso here with the modelling paste, and now I'm creating a neck. I'm using my ball tool to create a hole in the bottom of the neck, and then we're going to take that ball tool out and use our fingers to fan out a little bit of flesh around the bottom, just so that we can pop that on the top. You can create the whole piece using your flesh fondant, but I find it such a pain to colour the fondant, so I use as little of my coloured fondant as possible. I'm popping those on and just press that down so it's nice and neat. And now we're going to create the shirt. I'm going to show you how to create this checked or stripy shirt effect. It's so easy, but it just looks the part. You can see what I'm doing here. I've rolled out a thin piece of my modelling paste, and now I'm just shaping it and fitting it onto the cake topper. This is the best part about it not being on the cake, because you can fiddle about with it and you can hold it in your hands, and it's so much easier than it being onto a cake. Now I'm using some edible red dust. I've turned it into paint by adding some alcohol or water, and now I'm just creating some stripes and checks. Let that dry and then go in with your blue as well and just go over the top. And if you have any ideas about future tutorials, let me know in the comments below what you would maybe like to see next time. I'm always looking for different ideas of videos that I can create for you. And of course, if this video is helping you in any way, give it a little like. It helps me know that I'm helping you. And now we're creating arms. So again, this is kind of similar to how we've created the legs. You're just rolling out 2 white pieces and you're creating an indentation where the elbow is going to be. You're using a tool to create a hole in the bottom where your hands are going to go. And now we're just creating hands. This little guy was going to be holding something. I can't remember what it was that he was supposed to be holding, so I had to kind of have his hands a certain shape. So if you're wondering why he looks like he's standing holding nothing, now you know. Now you know why. So we're going to go ahead and stick that arm on, or both arms on, and the hands as well. And then we're going to create a collar by rolling out a thin strip of white fondant or modelling paste. You're going to stick that on around the neck and then cut it and shape it while it's on your topper. And then once you've got all your bits and bobs stuck on, then you're going to go around with your paint, your blue and your red paint, exactly the same way that we created the rest of the shirt, leaving it to dry in the different stages. And voila! You've got voila! Oh dear. You've got your checked stripy shirt completed. And now we're giving him some ears, because let's face it, he did look a bit weird there without any ears. Fondant hair can be tricky and time consuming, and I didn't have a lot of time on my side. So I'm going to show you just how I quickly made this little guy's hair. I wasn't overly pleased with how he turned out. I wish I had a bit more time on him. But in saying that, given the time that I had, he turned out okay, and I thought I would share him with you anyway. So here's how I created his hair. So he has grey browny hair, so I got some grey fondant and I got some brown fondant and mixed them in together to give me this kind of grey browny look. I've rolled out a fatter piece, that's to cover the back of the hair, the piece that you've seen me rolling out with the rolling pin. And then I've rolled out some thinner pieces here, and I'm just going to round them with my knife, creating some hairlines just to make them a wee bit more like hair. We're going to go ahead and stick that big piece on to cover the back of the hair, and then you're just going to go through and stick on all your individual pieces around the hair, shaping them and styling them just to whatever style that you're looking for. Take a knife tool and just go over the hair that you've created just to neaten it up and flatten it out. And here comes the outtakes. Hit that subscribe button and because of the flavor colouring pot. this video and you want to see more videos from me, make sure you click this subscribe button. It's free and it's Fondant Dosies.